I think that everything happens when it's supposed to happen. I don't think what you are doing now and stepping into now would have been as impactful or worked as well had it happened 10 years ago. I think because of growth.
Just of me, personally?
Personal, spiritual.
From a spiritual standpoint,
emotional,
mostly.
Everything,
right?
All the ways we grow as people over the years. Well, hopefully anyway, right? That's the goal.
I've just been fired from my own show because Emily just ripped an awesome intro. Check it out.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Gentle Art of Leadership podcast. I'm Emily Shoup, and I am this week's guest with my handsome husband, Matt Shoup. We will talk about marriage, goals, what not to do, what to say no to, and most importantly, we still love each other. So tune in this week.
Are you a faith-based father and looking for intentional ways to connect with your son in a big way? If so, you have to check out the Father-Son Hike of a Lifetime on the Camino de Santiago in Spain. June 2025, I am taking a group of faith-based fathers and their sons over to Spain for 9 days and the adventure of a lifetime. Go check it out at mattshoup.com/Spain. On that page, you'll actually see all of my upcoming Spain adventures, but make sure to check out the Father-Son Hike of a Lifetime. Emily Shoup.
Hey.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Technically, time number 5. But we did not air 4.
4 was a disaster.
4 was a disaster.
So I know the podcast we've had a couple disasters. I was just talking to Joey. When it's just not going well, Joey's just lobbing these softball questions over. So that was, we were not on that day.
We were not on. It's okay. Everybody has a day like that.
But I typically don't plan what I'm going to talk about.
And we never have in the past.
Guest. And we didn't that time.
It's gone great.
Sure as heck didn't that time.
No.
It's just a bad day. You have those bad days, right?
Yes. Yeah.
This one will be better.
Absolutely.
If this one's not better, then we just have to cancel. We've got to cancel the podcast. Never do this again.
We're never doing it again. Yeah.
So what have we been up to? We've been up to a lot.
Oh, we have.
Yeah.
It's been a busy year already.
Where do we start?
Where would you like to start?
Gosh. I just feel like our 20 years of marriage and business career and everything and kids all came to this point in quarter 4, would you say, last year, rolling into the end of the year?
Yeah.
Where it's like, why are we doing all this?
Not why are we doing our marriage and kids?
No, not that. No, not that. Just everything going on. We looked at all of the things that we are committed to and had said yes to. And when I say all this, I just mean all of this.
Yes.
All the businesses, all the yeses that we've said, the engagements, the responsibilities. And we just started evaluating that and said, we have to say no to a lot of this to make room for the stuff that really matters.
Yeah.
We're just spread thin.
Too thin. Yeah, for sure.
How did that start? I think it's an important conversation to have. This year is the year of no for us. Everything's a no. We would have planned like 3 vacations last night, and we just said no to all of them. I thought it was really cool.
Well, I think it's been good because it came from you, and I think it had to come from you because, what we've talked about this before. My personality, I would slow things down anyway, but you generally do not like to do that. You like to add more and do more. And
it's fun.
It had to come from you. Yes. The slowdown had to come from you, though. And so it came from you. I don't know where you originally decided on that, but I'm happy about it. It's been difficult, but good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We just looked at everything, and it was why did we say yes to this? When did we say yes to this? And then I think this started actually, I was talking to a friend of mine, Jake, the jiu-jitsu guy. He said, hey, I just read this book. It was either a book or a talk about saying hell yes or hell no. And he said, when you say yes to something, you say no to other things. So let your yes be a yes, but realize that's going to take away from other things.
Yeah. And
when you know what that one thing is that you are called to do, if all this other stuff is taking up that space, you have no room to do that.
Yeah.
So that was really eye-opening. Thank you, Jake, for that comment.
Yes, thank you, Jake, for that.
And it was that. I mean, that was the beginning of that. That was probably November, December. Yeah.
Yeah, that got the ball rolling, and then Yeah. Are the yeses that we've said yes to still yeses? Should they still be yeses?
Mm-hmm.
And what is not happening if they are yeses?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, and I think some of it was led by you just get busy doing life every day. And the day is the week is the month is the quarter is the year. And all of a sudden the year's gone by. We're like, Riley's 17. He's going to be out of the house soon. And we talked about that a couple episodes ago.
Yep.
But then it was like, man, this is our last summer. And we're here at the Jiu-Jitsu Academy teaching and working in the evenings. We haven't had dinner together as a family Monday through Thursday for 6 years.
Yeah.
And we said no more of that.
Yep.
So we're not doing that anymore.
We did.
So we had to say no to that part of our life and business. Now that's going to look different.
Yeah.
How was that process for you, knowing that you're the slow, methodical? It had to come from me. Right? I need to realize things on my own, not because I don't listen. Maybe because I don't listen, but I have to experience that.
Yeah.
And come to the conclusion. But how was that relief for you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you just waiting? Were you wanting to tell me that like 2 years ago?
Well, I mean,
was it present in your mind? Because I feel like once it became present, then everything else started flowing up.
Yeah. I think I've wanted to do that for a long time. And it's not that any of it was bad stuff, We would just start, one trip in the summer turned into 3 trips in the summer, turned into 17 events over the year or whatever it is. And
it was all good stuff.
It's all good stuff.
And it's hard for me to say no to good stuff.
Yes. It just gets overwhelming.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the end of the year, we look back and we go, how many years have we done this? Where we look back and we say, oh, we didn't have enough family time. We didn't have, we still had good family time, but it wasn't what the goal was that we set for family time at the beginning of the year. Or, wow, we missed out on this opportunity because we were doing something else. Or these 3 trips in a row totally burned you out for like a month, and
all good things, right?
All good things.
Taking the guys to Spain, doing this, the trip with the kids. Yeah.
Yeah. It was just too much. And too many good things is not a good thing.
So it's easy to say no to something that you don't want to do, that sucks, that brings zero value. But when you have so many passions and opportunities in front of you, what are we doing now? Or how do you view through that lens, that process to evaluate that?
Well, we've just decided everything is a no until it's a yes. So, even if it's a great thing, we're just going to say no at the beginning and then really hash through with the kids. And we are not perfect on this. We just had that proved with the Jersey trip,
That we're now not doing.
Well, not doing in the way we thought we were going to do it.
Yeah. No, that was a great example.
Yeah. But I think that's really good. And it's easy to default back into what we're used to, where we are doing this. And then we got to step back and go, wait. We decided as a family we're not, until we all talk it through and decide it's a yes or a no.
I think specific examples. So we decided, if anybody's watched Aaron Lynham's episode about Sabbathing, so I think beginning of last year, 24, started to hear about this, like you've heard about it biblically, and rest and take the day off. But we committed to doing that, taking Sundays completely off. First one went the way the first time
2 were
anything.
Not great.
The next one was better.
Yeah.
But no, like specific example of a no is got a speaking request to speak to a group of young men at a church where I would normally totally love to do that. And it was on the Sabbath.
Yep.
And we said, that's the first reaction, knee jerk, right? Emma gets the call. She's ready. Hey, should we do this? No, it's a no. And just saying that it started at no was really hard for me, because I want to help these guys and come out as in the faith space and influence these young guys. And then, we looked at what did that group really want? Not that it's about the money, but hey, we want a volunteer speaker that they're not even going to buy a $20 book, which not about that. That's their line. Okay. So leave the family on the 1 day a week that we've committed to go do something I really love. And it has to be on that Sunday. It was a no.
Yeah.
And I still want to do it.
I know.
I still want to call them back. So
I know.
But starting with that and just being okay with the no to start has been huge.
Yes. Yeah, that's been really good. And to reiterate what you said, if you have not watched Aaron Lynham's episode, go back and watch it. It's really good.
Yeah.
It's a really good practice. And it's very countercultural. And it doesn't have to be religious. You do not have to have any religious affiliations to do it. It is just taking a day to rest. Mm-hmm. And for us, there's a spiritual component to it, but it doesn't have to have that. And that's been great.
Her presentation's really cool. I love her style. It was so funny because she spoke to our men's group. She spoke at the M&E retreat to men's group. She's been on the podcast. Yeah. She's speaking to C3. She comes in right after this, guy like, man, I was in jail and the slammer and all this. She's like, hey, we're going to talk about rest. Yeah. And it's just a total 180. But she approaches it from not every, but many different historical, contextual, just social, how the world and different cultures have operated. She looks at it from different, religions and spiritual background and nature. And she looks at rest in so many different categories. And then she's a Jesus follower, so she believes in it, follows it biblically. Yeah. But it's really cool because if you look at that so many different ways, we're built to rest.
Yeah.
So we've been doing that. How's that been? We're how many Sundays in? Like 4?
I think we just had our 5th.
However many that is.
Yeah. The
4 or
first
5.
2, like we said before, were not easy. I think we were trying to put too much expectation and work too much into just getting things done on our rest day. Important family things that we needed to talk about, but I think we were pushing too hard to get it in there.
But we just shifted doing to rest day.
Yes.
And all we did that first day was, we've been putting all this other personal stuff off because we've been so busy with too many business commitments that now we're just working. Like we worked on personal stuff that have been hanging out. Yeah. But I think we've slowly been getting all of that stuff, business, personal, everything, in the 6 days. 2 days ago when we did that, I just sat there for a while, just hung out. Didn't have anything to do. Phone's off, computer's off.
That was really good. That's my favorite part about it is that we don't have our phones. We've used our phones for if we're going out somewhere and we want something in case of emergency, we'll bring it along. But
you take my phone, don't give it to me. You turn it off.
I do not give you your phone.
You control the phone. It's good though because I'm still not at a place where if you were to hand it to me to make an emergency phone call that I wouldn't scroll around. And I know that, so I give that to you.
I know, and I appreciate that you know that. Yeah. And if we carry your phone for the day, you say you take it. Don't let me look at it. And I like that. That's my favorite part because it unplugs all of us from everybody else except for each other. And that's been really, really good.
So explain to everybody whether they watch Aaron's episode or not, explain what we're doing just so they know. So Saturday night, we're closing everything down.
Yep.
I'm finishing up business.
Yeah.
Take us through that, what we're doing.
Yeah, we just close out the end of the week, Saturday, and then Sunday, no phones. We can watch a movie together. We can go places together, whatever we decide to do. The boys have been watching football the last several Sundays, and I'm sure this next Sunday we'll be watching the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But it's all of us together, or you and Riley, or you and Haley together, and me and Riley, or me and Haley together. And we just hang around.
So total
We've
unplugged.
Gone to Estes. Yeah. We've hung out at home. We go to church. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of fun.
Do you need a new roof or new paint job on your home or business and live in Northern Colorado? If so, check out one of our sponsors, M&E Painting and Roofing. We've been around for 20 years here in the community, and full disclosure, I am the M in M&E. Check them out at mdepainting.com. Are you a business owner who is struggling to understand and navigate the world of digital media? If so, check out one of our sponsors, Imprint Digital. They are the go-to source for everything digital related to your business. Not only are they a sponsor, but they also take care of all of our company's website. They produce this podcast, and I highly recommend them. Check them out at imprint-digital.com.
Haley has friends she wants to contact. They get their phones back at the very end of the night. They can quick contact people before the next day. I don't give you your phone back that night because otherwise you would just work the rest of the night, I think, or catch up on things.
Yeah.
But you're good with that, and that makes me really happy.
I'm still working through like knowing how my Mondays are. So if I turn it off at 9, 10 o'clock Saturday night, pop on 9 o'clock Sunday.
Sometimes
I think I did that once, but we turn all electronics, computers, everything off. They're locked up.
Yeah.
And we just do what we want. We have nothing planned. And we decide, let's go do something together. Boys will hang, girls will hang, whatever we want to do.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been really good.
Have you found, because Aaron talked about this, have you found all of the big important things get done in the 6 days? And then we've realized, looking at something, we don't need to do this. This doesn't matter. Doesn't matter right now. Doesn't matter at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There has been some things like that have seemed like they're really important things to get done that we've ended up just chucking out entirely because it doesn't fit in the rest of the week either.
Yeah.
And it definitely doesn't fit in a rest day. So yeah, it helps pare things down for sure.
We're doing it too.
You guys are?
Yeah.
Yay,
Are you?
Joey.
Mm-hmm.
Was that out of inspiration from Aaron or just hearing about it here? What did you guys decide?
She got the wheels turning on it.
Yeah.
We were talking about this last night actually. So the Saturday is going to be the wind down. We're going to work at least half the day, maybe more, like work till like 6 or 7 and then get dinner and then chill. And then that chill time will go into Sunday.
Good.
And Sunday is like, we're guarding that day now. Cause I proposed to her. I was like, I was seeing she wasn't taking any rest days. She wasn't taking any days off. And I was like, hey, I really want you to work this into your schedule. And then you and I will do it at the same time. And so we guard that day and we guard date night on Wednesday.
Yes.
Because that's your Wednesday,
Do
right?
it.
Because Wednesday is your date night.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool.
That's awesome.
But
I love that you guys are doing it.
We guard it. And it's important. And I was just like, even from like going to the gym and working and all that kind of stuff, you need a real day to rest.
Yeah.
Yeah. But see, I'll work out that Sunday. So I don't
Sometimes
know that I've done a full day where my body's just been physically inactive, sitting.
Yeah.
Like I'll work out.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think it's however you want it to be, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think the biggest impact has been no electronics. So just getting untethered, untied, uncommitted to having that device. Yeah. Then I think, okay, well, why couldn't you do that? Like we talked about when we get home in the evening.
I've been trying to. You know, I've been trying to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're trying. We just don't do it. It's totally possible.
Yes. That's my next goal for our family is that at X time of night, whatever that may be, 7 o'clock or whatever, there are no more phones.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Start tonight.
Shake on
Let's
it.
go.
All right.
Let's do it.
Yeah, we'll check in next podcast on
how we'll see how that goes.
Tune in next time.
Tune in next week. Yeah, but I think with that, being able to clearly start to say no to things that are no's and yeses to things that are yeses, I've realized how many people in life and business, just that are in our life in different capacities, can't clearly state a decisive yes or no.
Yeah.
And how when we started committing to that, then we got really laser focused on what we're committing to with yeses and nos. And then when we started stepping into that space, just a lot of people in places that just don't commit. We've been talking about commitment all year. And it's a yes or a no. There's nothing else. You're either going to do it or you don't do it. Like do it or don't do it.
Yeah.
Stop talking yourself out of committing to one thing or the other.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's frustrating to see that. And then the more we've been into that space, the more you can appreciate and see and then align with people that are in that space too. It just makes life and business easier, way easier.
Yeah.
Yeah. How's that been?
It's an adjustment. It's been a hard adjustment.
Yeah.
But it's important. It's not easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think we got into an argument about it before. I like to explain my reasoning behind my yes or no.
Mm-hmm.
And the kids do too.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you just want a yes or a no. You're like, don't explain to me. I'm like, but I need to say it.
Yeah, no, I think separating that, the explanation is important at the time the decision's being made. Make the decision.
Yeah.
And then so we've learned how to park and separate. Like, definitely want to hear the explanation, but right now the decision must be made.
What is
Make
the
it.
answer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah. But I see some people they don't answer with a yes or no. Then they start explaining a whole bunch of stuff that maybe matters, maybe doesn't. It's like you still didn't answer the question. Yeah.
Yeah, when the explanation is there to take away the answer, that's different.
Yeah.
Or to not answer the question. Then it's not an explanation, then it's a runaround, I think. I think it's different.
So now that we're doing that, like, what are you excited about? We are selling 2 companies.
Yeah.
I've finally stepped out of M&D. I'm still the M, but I'm not the president. Kevin Voorhees is running the show.
Yay, Kevin.
Whatever you need, call Kevin.
Yeah.
Yeah. And stepping into speaking, writing. And that's that.
Yeah.
Gunner's rolling with real estate, leading the team. How do you feel about that? Because you jumped in to help with everything. You've been running the gym in the afternoons and evenings, helping me on the Matt Shoup and the Pour Into People side.
Yeah.
And you're pulling out of that. But just how's that transition been for you?
Yeah.
Because the calling, like what we're doing right now, should have been doing this 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Well, I
Well,
went and started 3 other businesses.
I don't know if I would agree with that.
That I should have been?
Yes. I think that everything happens when it's supposed to happen. I don't think what you are doing now and stepping into now would have been as impactful or worked as well had it happened 10 years ago. I think because of growth.
Just of me, personally?
Personal, spiritual.
From a spiritual standpoint,
emotional,
mostly.
everything,
right?
All the ways we grow as people over the years. Well, hopefully anyway, right? That's the goal. But
I knew in 2015, I went through the life plan Patterson process, stepped out of that. You read that statement.
Yeah.
That statement modified a little bit when we worked with, what's up, Jeff Lucas? Jeff came in and revisited the life plan and made some adjustments, but it was really no different. That's what I was called to do. And I knew that 2015 and we're in 2025. So this is just back to Rick Scadden's episode, right? Like when he knew what he was called to do. And then I just went and found more comfortable, easy to produce income, lifestyle, whatever ways to not do that.
Yes. But you also had to grow and change to become the person you are now to make it, what you are doing now more impactful than it would have been 10 years ago.
Agreed. Yes.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. We're 10 years here.
No, I think it's great. I think this is
now we're going.
Perfect time
now
to do it.
Now let's go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. How is that for you? Like, because we're taking some really big risks.
Yeah.
I think for me, one of the fears or programs is, I'll commit till the money starts to get a little bit shaky. And then I know I can go make easy, quick, clean money over here with all these different things. So I'll just, and this has been the first time for me in forever. We're investing, like we invested big in this building the last 5 years. And now we're even doubling down on that. We're investing really big in continuing to.
Yeah.
And we're just looking at that investment, and I'm just not worried at all about it.
I know, which has been awesome.
I sent you a message
see.
this morning.
I know. Yeah. I loved that message. I saved it.
Yeah.
That's something I've
first
been
time ever
praying for probably our entire marriage. Not that thing specifically, but like kind of that thing specifically.
Yeah.
And I'm very thankful and very proud of you.
Thanks, baby.
For where you are. Yeah. Super proud of you.
So now we're in it.
So you had asked how that transition is for me. It was hard jumping back into the businesses for me because I had what I was supposed to be doing and what I'm called to do rolling really well. And I stepped completely out of that to step into here. And so then stepping out has been weird.
Stepping out of things with me to step back into your...
So stepping out of where I was to step in and then step out and then try to figure out where I am now.
Yeah. So we're both where we need to be.
Yeah.
Love it.
You got me tearing up.
She's crying again.
Yep, always.
You're a crier, though.
I am.
You're a crier. Is that your default emotion when you get emotionally...
I suppose so. If I'm mad I'm going to cry so I
cry when you're
don't
mad?
punch you in the face. Not you necessarily, but whoever
But you're not.
I'm mad
But
at.
you're not mad. You're not mad right now. That's not. That's not a mad
this
cry.
is not a mad cry.
Yeah.
This is
I know you're mad cry because I'm like, you think she's crying, but she will whoop your right now.
yeah.
Like,
yeah.
when was the last
My
mad cry you
tears
did?
are my punches.
I remember the last mad cry. I'm not going to
leaving
bring it up.
my eye. Yeah, don't do that.
No, I remember exactly where and when it was, and you wanted to punch somebody in the mouth, and so did I. And we were sitting. Yeah. No, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was great. It was great.
What was the question? I just
What were we talking about?
Oh, so no, this isn't a mad
out,
cry. This is what is it? It's kind of a frustrated, like, where do I belong now? Yeah.
So we've both been through that life plan process, but then we overlay that with just the parenting journey. So we have the parenting. Kids need us differently. Don't need us in certain capacities at all. They're good.
Right. And need us
some they
way,
need us
way
a
more.
lot more.
Yeah.
And then we have the professional, right? So like our calling, our faith, our walk, our calling, family, business.
Yeah.
And it's just all been way over commitment, stepping in, stepping out. And like now we're just resetting. It's really cool.
It is.
So talk about that, your calling and your heart.
It's basically boils down to helping women
Yeah.
who are hurting.
Yeah.
And, it doesn't have to be in a certain capacity, but I already had really good things rolling with several women that it's not that I stepped out of their lives, but I pulled back a lot to be able to come and do this. And now those relationships have changed a little bit because of me not being able to be there as much as I would have liked to or wanted to, or in the same ways anyway. And so I'm just waiting. I'm in a period of waiting, which is hard because I don't know where it's going from here, and I kind of feel useless.
Emily Shoup podcast coming soon.
Get some.
There will be tears.
Joey, you need to understand the difference between. You just need to know when she's mad crying and watch out.
This is he would be able to. You would be able to tell Joey no worries.
Did you
I feel the vibe.
Did you mad cry in the hospital when they almost killed me?
No, I was just mad.
Because you
I
almost
didn't
you
mad
almost
cry
you
in the
almost
hospital. I
you
don't
didn't cry.
always cry.
No, but
I'm mad.
I wasn't there because I was laid
I'll
up in the
take
bed.
somebody out if I need to.
I just find out. So Joey, I just find out. What was this? Christmas time? You don't think we should talk about it? I'm gonna talk about it.
Oh, okay.
I think we'll talk. I know which part you don't want to talk about. I didn't realize that you were out there in a girl's face.
Yeah.
This was in April, of
course,
And then
of course.
you told me around. It was just funny how you told me. I had no idea. Like,
I was never going to
I
tell
had a very
you that.
bad experience in the hospital where I had surgery.
Yeah.
They gave me drugs. I told them not to give me drugs. They almost OD'd me on those drugs. I've got the labs. I'll prove it all. And we're talking to them about it right now. I just want them to apologize and say sorry. And that's all I want.
Yeah.
And there was a really nasty nurse. She was a right. There's no else. There's no other word.
She was very nasty.
She was nasty.
Yeah.
And you checked her.
My grandma listens to the episodes with us, so don't cuss.
Beep that out.
Atta girl, Emily.
She does.
I'll take people.
Can you think of
I'm
another
not
word?
afraid
What's
of it.
another word to describe that? There's not a better word. She was nasty B word. I'm sorry, Barbara Earl. If you ever were going to say the B word, you would have said it about this nurse. We love you. Does she watch this or just listen?
She listens.
Well, I'm looking at the camera. We love you, Barbara.
Yes, we do.
She's in Iowa.
She is. She's
Does she listen to every show?
No, she listens to ours.
You tell her not to listen to the ones where there's profanity. She didn't listen to Harley's, right?
No,
What do you think would happen if your grandma tuned in to Harley's?
she would not enjoy that.
No, because she doesn't
because
use
of the
profanity,
language,
right?
yeah.
Just doesn't use it. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway,
But back to it. Yeah, I didn't realize that you went after that girl. I was pumped. Why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you tell me that?
because I knew it would make you more upset because you didn't know that part of the story, and I handled it, and it didn't, in my opinion, didn't need to be shared. And then
Okay.
the beans got spilled by someone else.
Was it? We were just
Yeah.
talking with your family, right?
It was Carrie.
Christmas time. Oh, it was. Oh, so everybody knew, and I didn't know this, Joey.
That nurse that Emily took on, and you said what? You didn't?
Yeah.
No, I never was going to tell you that. I just handled it.
You're like an assassin, like a silent
That's right.
assassin.
Yeah.
Man.
I am. That's my S personality.
So waiting period. But we're just stripping the calendar down right now. Just making space. I think for me, I want to fill it right away. Do you try to fill it right away, or do you know you're in waiting and not wanting to fill it?
No.
Or do you want to fill it?
I'm ready to fill it when the right thing comes along. I'm not going to, leave it empty for the sake of leaving it empty.
Yeah.
But no, I'm in a waiting period, and that makes me feel useless. But in reality, I know that that's not what it is, what it's about. If that makes sense. It's just a wait and see time.
Yeah.
So, but in a doing culture, same with the Sabbath thing, right? When you're supposed to be doing and you feel like you're not, or in my case, when what I am supposed to do is not right in front of me at the moment, it makes us feel useless.
Yeah.
Even though that's not the case.
If you're a Christian business owner in Northern Colorado, check out one of our sponsors, the Foundry Advisory. The Foundry is a Christian peer-to-peer advisory network where you can plug in as a business owner, not only to talk about how to improve your business, but how to integrate your faith. Check them out at thefoundryadvisory.com. And remember, they're not only a sponsor, but I'm also a member of their group. If you have a story to share and you're thinking of becoming an author to do so, you have to connect with one of our sponsors, Scribe Media. I worked with Scribe to publish Painted Baby, and I'm currently working with them again to publish my next book, Pour Into People. Click on the link in the show notes below to connect with them, and they'll actually give you a little something extra because you came to them through me.
Yeah. So I don't know. That's been a hard transition, and it happened a lot quicker and more abruptly than we had expected it to, which didn't make it easy for me either. But
yeah, it's
okay. I mean, that is what it is. But
we were talking about this. I remember we had dinner one night, and we had a knockdown drag out.
We did,
because we talk about the I can't remember who the person is that came up with it, but it's the box of 4 options, quadrant 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's urgent and important. So things that are urgent, like they need to happen, but they're not necessarily important. It's the emergencies that pop up, the fires you got to put out. It's what occupies everybody's time.
Yeah.
Right. And then you have things that are urgent and not important at all. They're just distractions, right? You can delegate them. But then it's that quadrant 2. So things that you know must happen. They are absolutely important, but they're not urgent. Those are quadrant 2 things. So getting a will.
Yeah.
We'll do that later. We'll do that later. When's that important? When you die and then you didn't have a will.
Yeah.
So we literally we are so busy with all the other quadrants. And then you just have things not urgent, not important. Like, why are you even doing that? But we do. And we just realized all these things, like getting family time back, dinner back, and focused on our faith and what we're really supposed to be doing. And we just put that off. So and you see this with any group organization, right? A family, a business, when they take time to attack those things, it's really hard work because you have to rip Band-Aids off of things. You need to address things that 4, 5, 6 years, we haven't addressed the fact that this doesn't work.
Yeah.
In whatever it is. And we go after it. And I remember we were sitting there in Nordy's just like, we were going to kick each other's butts. And I said, we are dealing with more quadrant 2 things this month than everybody in here in this restaurant combined will ever deal with in their life. We had a lot going on. So it's stressful. When people do that, when they approach and attack something that they've been putting off, and it's important, and it finally comes to the forefront, how did we do that? I think recognizing it's key. It's just realizing we're stepping into this space right now. And it's a different kind of space. Yeah. You got to put everything else off. And there's a million reasons to say, well, we could do a million other things other than deal with this. What are those like? What are those steps? What were some of those things or that process like for you?
I don't know how to put it into steps because I
Think of
don't
it
know
that
that
way.
we did it very well, at least not initially, because I think it surprised us. I don't know
We
that
knew
we
we were
realized.
stepping in there, right?
We knew we were stepping into big things and that there would be opposition to that, spiritually and otherwise with people. But I don't think we realized maybe how fast and hard that would happen. I think it took us a little bit by surprise. So I don't know that initially we handled it very well. I don't know.
So
or
much
maybe we
handling
did.
it,
I don't know.
I don't think we knew how to handle it. When we decided that we were going to do that, I said, let's do everything, right? Like let's do everything with everything. No, I said,
that's very much your personality.
But we just said, let's just do it. Let's just reset those boundaries, expectations, commitments, everything with everybody. So it was a lot. And I pushed that and drove that.
Yeah.
And that was a lot.
I think maybe that was one of the things that made it harder, is that we, instead of ripping one Band-Aid off at a time, we ripped all 30 Band-Aids off at the same time or something like that.
We're just like exposed, exposed and
raw
wounded.
and
just
exposed.
raw. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's all worked itself out. And we've had a lot of really good conversation around all of those things. But yeah, there was this meme I saw. It was just like, I'm in this challenge called January. I'm trying to make it through. And that's absolutely how January felt for the most part.
Recognizing that you're going to go to that space and then going there. And maybe if we were going to put this into a process, I know there's a lot of people listening that want the steps, is decide to go there, make time and space, go there, and know that you're going to get exposed. Know that it's going to be a Band-Aid ripped off.
Yeah.
One at a time is probably best. Like if you've never done this, and we've done this before, but never this many all at once. So looking back, we could have just done this one.
Right.
Dealt with that because you're raw, you're exposed. So that brings up emotion and then
that brings
other
up everything
unresolved
else.
things.
Yeah.
And then it gets nasty.
Yeah.
It gets worse before it gets better.
Yeah.
Because for me, I realized this specific example of something that's been going on for 3 years. That's just a no. We realized that you rip that Band-Aid off and then you kind of sit in, oh man. And I was beating myself up. Why didn't we do this 3 years ago? So there was that for me.
Yeah.
And then it just creates more, it's emotional.
Yeah.
I think controlling the emotion in it.
Yeah, I would say so. And then maybe not ripping off other Band-Aids and topics for a while, because when that particular thing is going on and it causes the stress it causes and the emotions it causes, and then another Band-Aid gets ripped off, then that stress ball just becomes all together and all one thing because it was so close that you can't separate it. And then that,
And if the one Band-Aid being opened up exposes or shows that there's something else over here that comes from that, you almost can't, you can't not address that.
Yeah.
So sometimes one Band-Aid or issue or topic leads into another. And to solve the one, you got to get the other. So we just ripped it all off. But now we're in February. I look back, I'm so proud of us. Like we're sitting here February 5th, whatever today is.
I'm kind of holding my breath some days. I'm like, are we?
But think about December 1st to now. Mm-hmm. Literally 60 days.
Yeah.
We're on I just feel like we're in just two different lives, two different planets. Mm-hmm. Still crazy.
Yeah.
But I look back at what we were sitting in leading into December. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I'd never go back to that.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah. So I love it.
It's been good overall. It was just rough in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what are you most excited about with just the family going into this year?
I'm really looking forward to our first year of Sabbaths and how that changes and and how that goes over the years. I think, for the kids being teenagers, it's really hard for them to give up their phones and friends, girlfriend, all that stuff for the day. Which I get, we didn't have that worry when we were teenagers, really. Yeah. So, but that's harder for them. But it's also brought them a lot closer. I feel like they go sit in each other's rooms and talk, and I don't know, it's good stuff. So really looking forward to our first year of that. Not that they're all going to be great, not that they're all going to go well, but I think as a whole over that year.
Just the last month, it's opened up more opportunities to just have joy.
Yeah.
Did you see the video that
that's a good way to put that.
Haley was taking videos of Riley last night? We were out doing something, and he's just hysterically losing it. Did you see that video?
Yeah.
That was
I didn't
funny.
see the video, but I saw them on the couch talking or watching the videos together.
Yeah.
And they're funny. And their relationship has improved.
Yeah.
Over these 5 weeks.
It's been 5
weeks. Yeah.
Yeah. So highly encourage everybody to Sabbath. It doesn't need to be a Sunday.
No, it can be whatever day works for your fam.
Love that. What are you most excited about stepping out of the business to the degree that you've been stepping, that you've been in it, now you're pulling back? I'm just excited for dinners.
Yeah.
Just that we're home.
I'm looking forward
before the sun goes down.
Cooking from scratch again.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of years of boxed meals or quick throw together meals, crock pot type of things. And there's nothing wrong with that. It was a season of life for that, and that's what fit. But I used to cook like from scratch all the time.
All the time. Everything.
All the time.
Yeah.
And so I'm looking forward to getting back into that. That's going to be fun. And it's healthier. So, when you make stuff at home, it's just healthier anyway. So I'm looking forward to that, to being home. Like our house is kind of my domain. I take pride in being able to take care of that for you guys. And so having the time to do that again, like purging stuff from the house. I'm looking forward to that.
Been doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just stuff builds up, whether it's like emotional stuff like we were talking about, or if it's just stuff around the house. Just builds up. It'll be really nice to go through that. And I know it stresses you out too. When you get stressed, you want to clean and you want to purge things.
Joey, this is the thing, man. Have you ever seen me in here? I'll just start all of a sudden just moving stuff, organizing stuff. Have you ever seen that?
Dude, I love doing it. I love purging stuff from my house. I love like getting rid of stuff and like getting things orderly I love it.
I do too. Great. But I'm saying, have you ever noticed when I went to the garage last night? I went to the garage last night. What was it? There was a note card on the floor and it triggered some kind of, I did that in my childhood growing up.
Yes.
When I was in a situation where there was chaos or stress or whatever it was, and I knew I could organize and clean things. It is a total stress response.
It is.
You've never seen me in there, Joey, just like freaking out, moving cards. Like look around the office over there where you are.
Dude, I mean,
see all that stuff on the desk in that back corner, behind you.
You're always moving and grooving, bro. Like Joey, I can't call it, man. Yeah.
You haven't seen it yet. You'll know when you see it.
You'll know when you see it.
It's insane.
Sometimes I will come in here and I'll be like, whoa, things are very neat.
It's after one of those episodes.
Yep.
I mean, there's a million ways to address that.
Yeah. Hey,
at least stuff's clean. Sorry, exactly. Barb. Sorry, Barb.
Exactly.
I just spent 3 days in New Jersey. I'm still coming off of that.
I know.
A little profanity.
That was stressful.
Sorry,
for
Barb.
you.
Things are clean though, at least.
No, but I'm going to have that house so in order that when you have a stress thing, you're not going to know what to do with yourself. You're going to have to lick the floor or something.
But then what do I do? What am I going to do when I'm stressed then?
I don't know. Maybe I'll leave your office for you because you have so many knicknacks in there. You
just
can
throw
go dust
everything
them.
in the office and just send me down there.
You can dust them and organize.
Well, you're trying to steal that office anyway.
Oh, maybe I will.
Trying to take my office from me.
Hey, have we discussed the office issue?
Not on the podcast.
Oh.
Are we doing it?
Should we get into
Let's do it. Let's do it.
All right.
We're going to pull back the curtain a little bit.
One of our giant things in marriage. No, it kind of is, but not really. Matt always must have an office in our home, wherever we are. Even from our condo on.
Had one in the condo.
Guess what room he never steps foot in? The office.
I was in my office this morning.
That was once. Oh, and you went there yesterday with Kevin. So
I've been in my office every day. You're right, though.
Yes.
Do we have an office at Tabernash?
Yes.
Was it the basement?
No, it was right inside the front door.
What? At Tabernash? It was a dining room. The condo we had
Oh,
we
I was
had a
thinking
room.
Pumpkin Ridge.
Pumpkin Ridge was inside the
Yeah,
front
that
door.
was inside the front door. I don't know if you had an office at Tabernash, actually.
I think we did. It was the kitchen table.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
We
But
built a house, built me an office, and I throw all my work stuff at home all across the kitchen table.
and he stays there. And the house is kind of my office workspace, basically. I need to clean, I need to vacuum, I need to do whatever, organize. And then he'll sit and he'll be like, shh, I'm making phone calls. And I'm like, go to your office. Go to your office. When we were building the house and you said, I have to have an office. I said, do you really?
Dude, I'm busted. I'm
He's
cooked right
busted.
here, Joey. Do you see this? Do you see?
said-
I'm just getting, look at this guilty face out of
I
coffee.
said-
I'm done.
You're getting grilled.
Are you going to use the office this time and leave the kitchen table? And you said, yes, I will not work at the kitchen table. I will be in the office. And you aren't. That's okay. Hey,
Just don't
should've
hire
known better.
hire me for anything, man.
I should have known better. I set that room up first for you because you wanted me set that up. And now it's perfect. You just need to go there.
I commit to only eating dinner at the kitchen table
Okay.
or eating meals.
Okay.
I got a little pile of crap there right now on the corner.
I'm not mad at you for it, really.
That's just our quirky stuff.
Yes.
I'm excited though for because at the old house you had that whole third story, the blue room, scrapbooking and crafting and resin, all the stuff that you do.
I miss that.
So I'm excited. I'm excited though for you to be back at that.
Yeah. I had it all nicely set up and then it is not nicely set up anymore.
The room now?
Yeah. Just because I got all the scrapbooking stuff out to get caught up on that.
That was cool though. You
mess
buckled down on Haley's and got that done.
I did.
That was really cool.
That's my bad mom.
No.
Yes. I swore, you always hear the first child has all this stuff, photo albums, whatever it may be. And then the second child has less of that. The third child has even less of that.
Is that across the board, do you think?
Yeah.
Is it? Okay.
That tends to be how it goes. And I said, I will never do that.
Yeah.
I will never be that parent. Totally was. Yeah. I just got for our daughter's 14th birthday,
This is for 14.
her first year scrapbook done. Her first year of life scrapbook done.
But you committed to that at
Horrible.
the beginning of September and you made time
And I knocked it
knocked
out.
it out. So
Yeah.
you can knock out another 13 years. And
I can.
Like
I
a
can
year.
do it.
you have it done
but
by the
now
end of
it's
the year.
double. Now I have to do both kids.
When did you stop his though? You didn't
He
stop
was-
his.
I did stop his.
Did you?
Yeah, he was 1. So he was 4. So I have a lot to catch up on.
You'll get it done.
Yeah.
You got it.
I can do it.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
But now I'm in the point where I've been out. Scrapbooking used to be, I loved it. You know that?
You would eat bonbons and scrapbook all day.
Scrapbooking and bonbons.
You remember that?
Oh, yeah.
You just sit around
Bonbons.
eat
Yeah.
those
I
bonbons.
just sit around and do nothing. Inside joke. But yeah, I loved it. And now sitting down to do it, it was important to me and I still wanted to do it, but I wasn't like in love with it like I used to be. So
I love that you love that though, of taking those memories and photos and all of those things and creating something that's going to be forever for the kids. And the technology's
important to me.
changed. We used to
Technology
straight up
has
take
changed.
photos, print them, cut them.
yeah.
Now you can do it digitally, but you're still going old school, right? You're still printing.
Her first year
photos.
was printed, actual printed photos and stuff. I wanted her to have one like that. And then I'll probably go computerized from here.
Yeah.
Use Canva. I'm your Canva girl, so I'll just constantly be in Canva.
Well, that stuff is priceless though. You
It
think
is.
That investment is forever.
Yeah.
That's
super important to me
Yeah.
that, if I were to die today, that the kids would have something that I physically made for them to remember me by.
You make really cool stuff.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
I try. I think that's
No,
why
you do.
I
You
start.
don't try. You
Oh.
make some bad stuff. Sorry, Barb.
Thank you.
That's like 3 sorry Barbs.
Thank you.
Joey, bleep these, K. Will you will you bleep this one?
We got to bleep the 3.
It's been 4.
Bleep 4.
Play
Yeah.
four blades.
Words.
Yeah.
No, that's just super important to me. That's, I think, why I get into so many different crafty type things. I have all the scrapbooking stuff and all the resin stuff and all the crocheting stuff and all the
You got like a
whatever
laser beam
stuff.
cutter in there. You got a real
I
laser.
don't yet, but
You have a laser in there, don't you?
I don't have one yet.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about my silhouette cutter.
You have a tool that could like kill somebody in there if you handled it wrong, don't you? Have you seen this stuff, Joe?
No. I would like a laser engraver.
Yes. Mm-hmm. You're the
Speaking
only
of which,
you're
this
the
is very
only
cool.
person. We have matching mugs.
We do.
Is that pretty cheesy? Well, whatever.
I don't care if it's cheesy.
You can deal with it.
Matching shirt, matching mugs.
We remember we did the first episode and we had the matching Mario Super Mommy
Super Mamio
Daddy-O.
and Super Daddy-O.
And then we put
Yes.
out to Facebook, hey, we're doing a second episode. What do you guys want to see or hear? And somebody said, don't wear stupid matching shirts. Do you remember that?
Gotta love the internet.
I love the comment. No, I think it was actually a friend. I think it was a close
I think they
friend.
were joking.
I think he was joking. And then we gave him a shout out.
Yes.
Yeah, you know who you are. You know what's funny though is the more that we've put ourselves out. Joey and I were just talking about this. The peanut gallery idiot patrol on the internet is unreal.
Mm-hmm.
The more you just lean into putting out content, showing and sharing whatever you're doing to help people, like the dumbest people with the dumbest comments.
Yeah.
It's insane. I was ignoring them for a while,
Well-
but I'm having fun. I'm having some fun with them. Joey, we can have some fun with them.
Got to, dude. I mean,
Yeah.
like I said, man, you're coming to my house to talk that talk.
What's the funniest, craziest thing that somebody's come into your house, like Purple Couch, Joey, right? And you got to follow Joey's. Shout out your channel. Tell me your channel again.
Purple Couch Media.
Purple Couch Media.
Yeah.
YouTube's your big platform, right?
That's the one I'm pushing hard.
That's
right
what you're
now.
pushing. Yeah. So check that out. What's been the most interesting, memorable comment on your Purple Couch Media?
Somebody was like, "No one cares about your motivational." I'm not gonna curse.
Yeah, not.
Just bleep it out. Just
Not
say
for
it and then bleep
Barbara.
it out for Barb.
No, not.
Somebody
with
said
another
nobody
word.
cares about your motivational whatever, right? And I'm like, thanks, man. I'm sorry your life sucks so bad. And he's like, my life doesn't suck. He's like, I just pity you. And I was like, don't worry, dude. My life's great.
So you're talking back and forth with a guy in his basement eating Cheetos.
Sometimes, every once in a while I do. Sometimes I'll just delete and block.
Are they real people though?
Who knows? I've heard some things.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
could be either. But I mean, to be fair, anytime you watch a video or something, you're,
You think
all of
something
us
about it.
think something about it, judge it in some way or another, even if it's positive. It's just the people who have nothing better to do than sit around and judge people all day.
I just like the filter of whatever I'm about to write. And I'm far from perfect. Whatever I'm about to write or comment, say it to that person's face. Adam Lund's episode. I don't know, Joe, I didn't share this with you. Adam had a really
Intense
intense
episode.
episode. And I knew there'd be people with opinions and input. And some guy wrote a couple things on a reel. He watched a 60-second reel and then popped off. And I responded because I really wanted to know what he meant. Because it was important that Adam's story was shared and I know the story. So we start going back and forth, and
Nicely, by the way.
Nicely,
You
and
both
we actually ended up having, the exchange went from he said some things, and then I said, watch how you're saying this and make sure what you're saying is what you mean. And then he started saying what he meant. I said, well, that's not what you said. Why don't we have a private conversation? And then he sent a long message.
Yeah.
And actually ended up
was really
his
great.
intentions were pure and good. And he did have concern and he was curious about something. We had a great conversation offline, but that was interesting. Like there was a guy at least that had the balls to make a comment, be accountable to what he said, and then continue a conversation.
Yeah.
Like, cool, comment away. We can talk.
Yeah, because I
And
think
that was actually good. Yeah, it was great.
it's a case by case thing. You know, sometimes it's just like I was bullied as a kid, so when I feel like somebody's trying to bully me, I just don't. Sometimes I don't let it slide, and I don't want to. I don't give them that. Like,
You were bullied?
yeah,
You weren't
You know
you weren't
this
6,
about
7 in
Joey.
like 4th grade?
Nope.
When did you get to 6, 7?
Dude, I hit my growth spurt in high school, dude.
Yeah.
Freshman year. So yeah, middle school was rough, but sometimes when I feel like I'm getting bullied, then I'll counterpunch. But I'm never obviously the initiator. Like,
You'll just sit back though and wait, and then
yeah, dude.
one out there.
Sometimes, and it's like I said, dude, when you're coming to my channel or my profile, you're coming into my house.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was your roughest year growing up, Joey? Because I got bullied too.
7th grade.
Yours was 7th?
7th.
Man, mine was 6th and 7th.
Mine was 6th.
Does that just suck for everybody?
I think middle school sucks for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we've talked about that, or maybe that was on the podcast we didn't air, that we talked about. Part of that is
That was the one good thing. That was one good thing we talked about.
You guys had good stuff in that episode.
We had good stuff. It was just
off,
overall
eh?
rough.
Yeah.
But I think I've never met an adult who said they would love to go back and live middle school again. You hear adults say that about high school. Oh yeah, high school was awesome. I'd do that again. But I never ever have ever talked to an adult that said middle school was phenomenal and great.
Yeah.
And they loved it.
Yeah.
So I think that's just rough for everybody.
No, I think closing that loop is when you're out doing things to impact people. You're going to impact people. You're going to have some people that have a lot to say about it.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah. Who are they?
Do
Who
they
are they
matter?
to you?
Yeah.
Do they have a right to speak into your life? And, they could be.
We can decide if we want to speak
You
back
don't
to
have
them.
to listen to that.
No.
Yeah, just expect it. Expect it to happen.
Yeah.
If there's some truth to it, then there's some truth to it. Take the note, move on. If they're completely off base, then maybe you might need to let them know.
Yep.
I appreciated
Exactly.
that Adam comment. That was actually, I appreciated getting into that exchange.
Yeah, that was a good
Yeah.
conversation that you and that guy had. So,
Some of the other stuff's wild though, man.
yeah.
Well, people that are committing to their calling and doing big things and doing good for the world recognize other people that are, and they don't talk negatively about somebody else that's doing that. Like there's definitely a type of person that makes those kind of comments,
Yes.
and you get them more. If you're not getting them, then you will.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. Well, we got a hard stop today.
We do. Are we at that time already?
So we got Joey. Actually, we
I
made the
didn't
right time
know
on the
there
clock.
was.
We got a clock down there.
Yeah.
It's time to roll.
Nice.
So we wrap up every podcast same way. Before we do anything else you wanted to share, we talked about a lot.
Is there anything else we would like to wrap up
What
with?
do you want to say?
Quick little blurb.
What do you want to say to your grandma? So Joey's going to go clean up the beeps.
Grandma, I love
Look
you so
and
much.
tell your grandma. She's not watching this.
She's not watching.
Can she have a computer and can watch YouTube? We get her set up to watch the shows.
Grandma, I love you. You're the most amazing woman. You're phenomenal, great example, and I'm proud to be your granddaughter.
Love that. That is for Barbara
Yes, she's
in
awesome.
Sibley,
Barbara
Iowa,
Earl.
on the farm in Sibley.
She's phenomenal. If you know her, you know that.
She drinks more coffee than me.
She does.
She outdrinks me in
She
coffee.
does.
There's no way.
Absolutely.
She
All day,
does.
every day.
Yeah, we have a different brand that we drink, but
Yeah.
if we go cup for cup, she
Cup
smokes
for
me
cup. She beats you.
every
Yeah,
day.
For sure.
Love that. That's good people right there, right?
Yes.
Yeah, cool. Well, let's wrap it up.
Okay. I'm
Your
cheating a little
statement,
bit.
You now have 4, maybe 5 statements that you've left here.
This should be my 5th statement. I'm
cheated.
reusing my 4th since we didn't put the podcast out. Nobody knows it.
That's our secret podcast.
It's our
That's in the vault.
The Vaulted Podcast. So
What do you got?
it is about marriage. It says, speak life into your spouse and who they are and want to be.
Emily Shoup.
Matt.
That's a wrap. Love you.
I love you. Oh, that was weak.
That was,
Do it again.
hold on.
There we go.
Ooh, that was crispy, as Riley would say. Crispy.
Crispy.
You gotta No. You gotta hold on. You gotta go.
Table slap.
Thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, drop a comment below. Make sure to watch the next episode, and don't forget to subscribe. If you're a business owner looking to improve your life, leadership, faith, family, and business, I've got a couple of free things that I'd love to share with you. So go to mattshoup.com and download my free tools. I guarantee these couple of things will get you started off in the right direction.